What is going on, guys? Taylor Super with Sharp Sports Network, bringing some of my favorite plays for this Wednesday preseason NBA slate. Had another good day yesterday. Outside of Robert Williams getting hurt, playing 3 minutes and scoring 0 points, we pretty much nailed everything across the board. If you check out my Twitter at Taylor Stuber, link's going to be in the description. You can see a bunch of the screenshots of our members winning. Yet again, it's been a very, very strong preseason, but we've only got a couple days left, and it's time to take advantage if you haven't already. Now, if you're playing on FanDuel, they added 1 game, and so it's going to start at 6 p.m. Central Time. On DraftKings, it's only 5 games, and it starts at 7 p.m. Central Time. So I know a bunch of you guys, the majority of you guys play DraftKings, so I will be doing the Twitch stream at 5 p.m. Central Time, 2 hours per usual before the slate begins at twitch.tv/Sharp Sports Network. Link is going to be in the description. You guys need to be there. When I stream, I'm going to be giving all of the updated information because there's going to be a lot since there's 5 games for this preseason slate. And I'm going to answer some questions, give some of my favorite plays of the slate. It's essential to be there. And if you want to enter for a free season pass with Sharp Sports Network, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, and then comment below with your favorite play of the day, selecting a winner every single Monday. And if you haven't joined the squad already, you're kind of missing out. But yeah, before we jump into things, I would just like to say that we just restocked a bunch of our shirts. They're only $25 on Sharp Sports Network. If you want to support us, and you don't want to spend all the money for a pass, it's only $25 for a shirt. We got the highest quality shirts we possibly could for these. We're not making much of a profit on them. We just want to get them out to you guys, give back a little bit. And then if you guys want to support us, it would mean a lot if you guys could cop a shirt. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. There's some severe mispricings on both sites, and I'm going to go over it. Obviously, some news is going to break later on throughout the day. That's going to change some things. But as of right now, Russell Westbrook has 7.8 thousand. It's pretty crazy. Now, he's only played 2 games this preseason, and he's played 25 minutes in one, and he's played 21 minutes in the other. We know the Rockets kind of treat these games. They play a lot more minutes than most teams, especially guys like James Harden. They only have 2 more games left, but we look at the advanced analytics of the Rockets this year in the preseason. Russell Westbrook's not that far behind James Harden in terms of usage, a 33.5% usage rating, he's pretty far behind James Harden with a 35.2% assist percentage, but that's because they've only played on the court together. See, this 35.2% is pretty high considering all of his minutes have pretty much came next to James Harden. His are a bit more inflated just because Westbrook missed 2 of the games. So this won't stick this year, but I think Russell Westbrook's 35.2% is something you can see. And then a total rebound percentage, I think 5.5% is pretty low for Russell Westbrook, even on this new team. I think there's room for positive regression here. But at 7.8 thousand, I do not know how you don't play him. I know it's against San Antonio. It should be somewhat of a slow game. But out of all of these studs, I want to play Westbrook just for this price. And then James Harden, he's been playing about 28 minutes a game. Hard to not go to him. He's just such a good play because he's playing so many minutes and he's averaging like 1.8 fantasy points per minute. It's absolutely crazy. Even with Westbrook on the court, it's hard for me not to look at him. Now, with guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis just had that positive MRI, which is good, on his thumb. He's been practicing. He practiced on Tuesday. Should be good to go for this game. If we can get any clarity on the minutes that they're going to be playing, I might pivot from Harden to one of these guys if I know that they're going to play into the third quarter and then pair them with Westbrook. But as of right now, Westbrook for 7.8 thousand, there's no way I'm not playing him unless something comes out where they're not playing very many minutes. RJ Barrett is still incredibly cheap. 5.6K. It's way too cheap for this in a pace-up game against Atlanta being the fastest team in the league. The over-unders aren't out for this game or for the games yet, but I would imagine this would be the highest on the slate just because there's next to no defense being played. A lot of these starters are going to be playing, and it's going to be super, super high tempo. If you're going to stack any of the games, it's going to be Atlanta and New York. You can play guys like Marcus Morris, RJ Barrett, bring it back with Trae Young and John Collins, who are all pretty decently priced. And we saw RJ Barrett earlier in the preseason play 39 minutes, and then last game he played 35 minutes. And it looks like Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be back, so I think people might be scared off of that in terms of how many minutes RJ Barrett's going to be receiving, but he doesn't need to be this high usage guy to pay off this price tag. All he has to do is be on the court for an extended amount of time, and that's what he does. And he gets boards, he gets assists. He's a do-it-all player. Really good for fantasy. And at 5.6K, it's hard for me not to like him. Now, these last two guys that I'm going to talk about, one of them, you guys all got burnt by him. I did as well, but I'm almost glad that he burnt us last time, because we're going to get him at severely lower ownership, just because people do not know how to get rid of that recency bias when they're playing DFS. If you want to become a better player, you need to get that out of your head. Recency bias is the worst for DFS. He's only 4.3K. We saw last year when he was playing without Jonas Valanciunas or Marc Gasol on the court, and so he was playing the 5 like he has been all preseason, with Brandon Clark playing at the 4. Jaren Jackson averages 1.04 fantasy points per minute. He should play well into the 20s minutes. He was in severe foul trouble last time, guys, and he still ended up playing 20 minutes. We go over and look at the advanced analytics of these guys. He has the second highest usage rating on the team at 24.2%. with a 15.8% total rebound percentage, which is really high. You see Brandon Clark has been an absolute beast on the boards, but I think he's a bit too expensive, at least on DraftKings. But he's only 4.3K on DraftKings. Don't let recency bias bite you in the ass. Let it just, you know that Jaren Jackson's a great play. Don't overthink it. Yeah, it's something I'm just going to go back to. And the same thing with Ja Morant. He had a decent outing last time, and they didn't really budge his price. They only moved it up to 5.2K on DraftKings. 24% usage rating, a massive 55.4 assist percentage, and I think that sticks throughout the season with an 11 or a 7.2% true total rebound percentage. I think he's a great play on both sides. And now that I think about it, Brandon Clark is still only 4.3K on FanDuel. I don't mind pairing Brandon Clark with Jaren Jackson, who's still minimum price over here on FanDuel. FanDuel doesn't tend to update these prices at all throughout the preseason, so you need to take advantage of these prices. I like going back to the Memphis guys, even in a whatever matchup against OKC. I think OKC is going to be a little below average on defense, but the game should play a bit slower. But I expect these guys to play in the mid-20s minutes. So I'm going to be going back to the well with guys like Jaren Jackson and Ja Morant. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really excited to get into this slate even more. Only a couple more days left until preseason, and then next Tuesday is when the regular season starts. It's going to be massive. All right, guys. Best of luck to you guys today. Make sure to join the stream if you guys want to get my updated thoughts on all of the information that comes out throughout the day. And until next time, peace.